Deep thought. I don't know who that is. I'm not sure. There's my Aunt Sarah. Sarah Jacobson and her son. I don't remember his name, but he's deceased. He was a doctor. There's Merle. Now we're on Sequoia Avenue. And there's Puggy, black Cocker Spaniel. Love that dog. And yours truly, Barron, also known as Bunny, and Merle. Yep. Standing on the porch, Sequoia Avenue, 3608. And Nana, my mother, Bernice, and there's Cy Bank, and Merle, and my mother, and Merle again. Always had a cigar in his mouth. And yours truly. God, I was handsome. Just teasing. Sequoia Avenue, 3608. Liberty 8799. Moved in there about, I guess, 1933, something like that. Used to live on Forest Park Avenue. There's Merle. And me and Merle. And that's me, just with my tongue out. Flowers. My mother, Bernice, pretty woman. Dad. Picture's a little dark there, but there's Merle riding her bicycle on Sequoia and Copley. That's a field behind there where I used to play baseball all the time. George Singer on the bike. He was my best friend. He's also deceased. Graduated high school, Balmer City College, 1949 with him. I don't know where I'm going. There's the field I played baseball in. We're on the porch with the flowers, watering the flowers. Love the awnings on Sequoia Avenue. They're not there anymore. My mother with her red hat and Merle walking down the steps. I'm now walking on the sidewalk. And where are they going? I don't know. That was my cousin Rodney, who's in a nursing home right now with Alzheimer's. And there's Dad, my dad. My mother, Dad, and Merle. And the cab. Cabs look a little different today. I'm waving. There's Merle. On her bicycle on Copley Road, the sidewalk, the side of the house. Now she's with Puggy Boy. He's a good dog. Other dog's name was Sandy, who we got later. Merle leaves for camp, 1947, June. Camp Wohelo. There she goes. Camp Wohelo. Waynesboro in Pennsylvania, I think that's where it was. And she's getting in the car. I don't know who's driving, I guess My dad, I don't. Okay. We're going to go to the Greyhound bus station on Howard and Center Street, which is across the street from the old Baltimore City College High School where my dad went to high school. And there's Merle waving, and the bus will say air conditioning on the side of it. A little bit different than the modern buses of today. It's the air conditioning. Rodney was on that bus too, going to Camp Hilo. She did not want it. Rodney did not want to go. When she got off the bus, they made her go. And my mother and father, and me. Here, Atlantic City, June the 3rd, 1947. Here we come. 1947. It's 2 years before I graduated high school. So I was like 14. Let's see. Let's see. Now that's going on the ferry across the Delaware River. They have a bridge there now called the Delaware Memorial Bridge. But in those days, you used to take a ferry and your car was on the ferry going across. And now that's on the boardwalk of Atlantic City, the Shelbourne Hotel where we used to stay. And there's Jack Plotkin on the left, my Aunt Fanny, and then my father and mother. And there's Steel Pier. I think it burned down. I'm not sure. I don't think it's there anymore. Used to walk in. They had all kind of amusements and what have you on the pier that would jot out into the ocean. Cybank and Bernice. And my mother, she was such a pretty woman. Such a pretty woman. And Cybank with the everlasting El Producto Venus. He's reading a letter from Merle. I can see her handwriting, and she was in camp, and I guess that's why she wasn't there, so she was at camp. Sent her a letter, and he's reading it. There he is, that handsome chap. Okay. Pictures jumping around, but you know who that is. There is my Aunt Fanny and my Uncle Joe, and there's my Uncle Nathan Cohn. This is in Portsmouth, Virginia, and there's Rodney and Merle and cousins, lots of cousins. Joan Sue, Barbara. I'm not Barbara. No, that wasn't Barbara. That's me with the cap on. And that's Helen. There's Eleanor. There's my Aunt Maybelle. Merle. That's me with the cap again. Helen. Eleanor, cousin, and that's Eleanor, excuse me. There's Fanny, my mother. There's Maybelle, my Aunt Kate. There's Merle. Joan Sue, my cousin Joan Sue. Selma behind her. There's Helen behind me, and Eleanor with the glasses on. Fanny. There's my cousin Gerald. There's my Uncle Nathan Cohn. With the vest on, and his wife, my Aunt Kate, kissing him. They lived on Riverside Drive in Portsmouth, Virginia. There's my Sam Nathan and Maybelle, parents of Linda, and my grandmother, and my Aunt Sophie at the table. And there's my Uncle Sam on the left and my grandmother in the middle. Celia Jack, my Aunt Minnie, the oldest one of all. And there's Sam, the grandpa and grandma. There's my Uncle Al Jacobson. That's my Aunt Minnie. I can't tell who that is yet. That's my Aunt Sophie. Aunt Sophie, one of my favorite. My Aunt Fanny. Fanny kissing, kissing, kissing. And you know who that is? That's my mother, Bernice. My mother, Bernice. And that's Maybelle. I don't know which cousin. There's Helen. And there's Rodney and my Aunt Fanny. There's Aunt Fanny in the dark. There's my grandfather and grandmother. Different cousins. That's Merle. Little Merle. And that's Helen or Selma. That's Eleanor. She's still living, Eleanor. That was Gerald. That's me, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's me. That's Bobby, my cousin Bobby. He's gone. It's me. You know, that's Bert. No, that's Bert. Excuse me, Bert Hornstein. That's Sophie's son, Leon's son. That's a sister to my grandmother, I think. And there's Merle and Joan Sue, my grandmother and my grandfather, and my Aunt Kate and Hilda. I don't know how she was related, but she was related. And this has got to be in Virginia Beach. It's me and going under the tunnel. Just playing there's the boardwalk of Virginia Beach. Airplanes, they had airplanes in those days too. Yep. Good old Virginia Beach. We used to spend a lot of time down there because my father, when he went on the road so to see customers, we would stay in Virginia Beach till he got back. There he is. I don't know who they are, probably aunts or somebody, I don't know. I don't know, can't tell from here who they are. That's Fanny and Rodney. My Aunt Fanny pushing cousin Rodney on the swings. And again, Rodney's still living, but she's got Alzheimer's in a nursing home. Been there for 2 years. Aunt Fanny Plotkin, married to Jack Plotkin. And there's Rodney going down. We had a cousin or someone that owned 4 houses a block from the ocean, actually half a block. And we used to stay there a lot. I can't remember Mrs. Rouse. I forget who. There's Jack Plotkin. Jack Plotkin married to Fanny, Rodney's father. Rodney was adopted. I don't know who that is. Now this is a party, and I'm not sure where this is. I don't really know who these people are. I think Jack Plotkin took these pictures. I don't even remember any of these people. And it might be some of the Plotkin family because I don't recognize any of them. There's my dad. No, it's not my dad. Excuse me. It's not. I thought it was my father. I don't know who it was. I don't know who that is either. I think that's Rodney. Yeah, that's Rodney. There's my dad. That is my dad for sure. I don't know who that is. There's my Uncle Leon Bank, my father's brother, my grandfather, Ellis Bank, and Zell. He's holding Zell. That's my grandfather, Ellis, and Zell Hurwitz. And that's Sequoia Avenue in the background. There's my mother, my Aunt Sarah, my Aunt Rebecca, and my Aunt Fanny on the right. Yep. And there's Rodney. She's got it. And that's Zell, that's Leon. I don't know who that is. It's my Uncle Leon. That's Zell right there. And Rebecca, clapping her hands. Rebecca Rubin. And that's Rodney and